on the topic of males interacting with females. So I suppose if you are a type of person who's willing to put in a heap of effort into this cause, then I have nothing to say, because you're obviously doing well and you're just like dressing up and you're doing everything well. This would be more in the concept of somebody, if you're somebody like me who absolutely puts in absolutely zero effort towards the way that they appear, towards anything of that sort, but yet you enjoy the company of women and you want them to be happy around you and therefore want to see you and being considerate to them. And so I think that in terms of that, I would say that it's just so important. And I think that growing up with my sister, and my sister literally, correcting me in every way anytime that she wasn't feeling comfortable, and she would say, how to make her comfortable. And I was quite accepting of her feedback, so I would always know how to talk to a female, because my sister and her friends and I spent my entire life, I think, with lots of female friends. I remember even when I was in my late teens or 20s, how this cop commented on the fact that I used to wear this Darth Vader mask. And he told me, that's right, that's that guy. He was referring to me in a conversation to another cop when I was in my 20s or something. And he would say, that's right, that's that guy in the Darth Vader mask who's always in a car full of girls. And they were just so baffled by it. But I suppose if you want to put absolutely no effort into anything, but you enjoy the company of women, then that's what I think is it's so important to consider women's feelings and to be considerate of those enough that they feel loved and appreciated. And it has to be genuine, because of course you don't want to be speaking to women that you don't want to be speaking to. So that is automatic, that it's a genuine appreciation of them. And I think it's a way of not being afraid to compliment them the way that of things that you truly appreciate about them. It's a way to, and again, this isn't for those guys that are just putting an effort into being attractive. For them, it's a completely different story. They're just riding on the fact that chick is attracted to them. And you pretty much, I guess they can't go wrong, because the chick will just put up with almost anything, even the violence and things. But if you're a person who isn't putting any effort or very little effort into the way they present to girls, then you have to be more, I suppose, banking on the fact that there's that mutual enjoyment of each other's company and that comfort that the woman derives from one's company. And it has to be, I think, not so much about the ego and showing off. And you have to always realize that, all right, so is that woman actually, are you sharing approximately half of the conversation, all right? Or is it a monologue from you? Because if it's a monologue from just you, then evidently that disparity shows that woman's not really interested. She's just sitting there kind of just, which a lot of guys misinterpret as that she's so interested she was speechless. But I think it's more says to me that woman is just sitting there thinking oh, I can't wait to not be around this person. And so it has to be engaging, and you also have to give her the space and the freedom, and you constantly have to kind of be testing and giving her an opportunity to walk away and do something else, so that you are never engaging her while she doesn't want to be with you. So you never want to get her to that position where she's thinking, oh, I wish I wasn't here, I can't wait to get out of here. You want to constantly be like, all right, so you say something, she says something back. You give her an opportunity to disengage and to go away, but she doesn't. She persists. She re-engages in the conversation. And you're constantly doing this sort of test to make sure that the woman is happy, comfortable. Basically, you just got to keep the woman happy, comfortable, and feeling appreciated. And you have to kind of do that in a genuine way, which is genuine if you think about it, because if you do find that woman and you do appreciate her, then it is only genuine that when you say to her how much you appreciate her, that it's absolutely genuine, and she can easily tell if it's genuine or not. And you wouldn't be saying it if it wasn't genuine anyway. So it's good to just share that with her, how much you appreciate her company, but not in a certain way where if you say it to them, they then see, oh, where are you trying to go with this? You're kind of trying to, you don't want it to be in that way that you say it where they can see that you're leading to some kind of a relationship already in these first conversations where you develop the relationship or the friendship, whatever. And so you want to make sure that those compliments are very much compliments that compliment her on her looks and her mannerisms, rather than saying how much you enjoy their company, because that to them might be a little bit scary in the first few conversations where they're still trying to just get a basic idea of you. And if you say something like that to them, it says like, oh, I want to be with you, and then that kind of feels clingy to them. So I would just definitely recommend to not say that, but to compliment them on their dress or whatever they have, but in a way that doesn't come across like you're trying to sort of be already moving too fast, right? It has to be done at this slow pace where you're just kind of developing a rapport, developing a friendship, relationship. And if you rush it, then it'll just be destroyed. If you just go out and you tell her like, oh, I love you, oh, you're just so beautiful, I love being with you. That's something that you could say, again, if you're one of those guys that puts in heaps of effort into the way they look, because then the chick is just going to be attracted to you, and there's nothing to do. But if you're not like that, and you just actually are just trying to do it in a situation where the chick would not naturally engage with you to the level that you want her to engage with you, then you have to kind of actually be doing the same thing that you would with a guy friend. Like if you're as a male and you are heterosexual and you want to have a friend who's a male friend, then it's pretty much the same approach, because there also you're not relying on some kind of attraction. You're relying on there being a common, some kind of a common bond, something that you can be friends with them, that you mutually enjoy each other's company. And I suppose if one had to really say this concisely, I think that one has to behave in a way that one would, like, of course, within reason, with a new friend that one realizes a male friend that one wants to be friends with, and you have to sort of engage them that same way that you would do that. Yeah, so that would be a little tip on how to engage women to get that initial rapport happening, to develop some kind of a friendship, relationship. Yeah.